Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome back to the When Life is Lifing podcast. Today we have a comeback, but a brand new person all in one. We have author Amanda Willis, and she's here to talk about her new book. Hi, Amanda. How are you?
Wonderful. How are you?
And what's the name of your new book?
The name of my new book is I Am Who God Says I Am.
I love the t-shirt.
Thank you.
Look, she's got t-shirts, she's got apparel, she's got a new book out, and this book is I Am Who God Says I Am. This book is like a book about your journaling, right?
Yes, so I'm sharing my story because there's been a lot of things that I've gone through in my life that I had to persevere through. So I'm sharing my story. I'm giving word of encouragement, giving a little blurb of prayer, and also encouragement. So it's not just an autobiography. It tells about my journey, but it also tells how God helped me through everything that I've gone through.
So this book drops when?
It drops March the 17th, but the link will be out. The Amazon link will be out midnight on March 16th. So really,
oh my God. Yeah. So last time you were here, you were talking about you were finished with your book, but you hadn't published it. Yeah. Now you're back saying, hey, I got it out and we want you to go out and support it. So it's going to come out tomorrow. Today is Sunday, so tomorrow, Monday the 17th. And what's the significance with the 17th, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, sir, first of all, let me back up because I am grateful for you, for your consulting. Because the last time I was here, we were just talking about health. We were talking about wellness. Yes. We were talking about the importance of all of that. And I mentioned my book in that segment, but then you said, Amanda, what's up? Like, why you can't, what's going on? Get it done, you know? And you have encouraged me through this process. So I just want to say thank you.
I appreciate
you. Thank you so much for, all of the words of encouragement, telling me how to get out there, giving me different people that can help me with the publishing and the editing, like all of that. You've been a great source of information.
And shout out to soon Congressman Mr. Peoples.
Yes, thank you. Yes.
He's helped you with the editing, and he went above and beyond like I expected him to. So shout out to him. And he helped you with this book. And so tell me a little bit about your journey to get to this book.
Okay, so this has been a good 5-year process. I started with a podcast.
Yes.
And just sharing my open, I call it the HOT moment. HOT is an acronym for honest, open, and transparent. So I just believe in being honest in everything and sharing your life story. We don't go through different things in life to keep it a secret. We go through things so that we can grow and so that we can help someone else.
Absolutely.
So with my podcast and then also the radio show and then with Lunchtime Motivation, I've always been hot. I've always kept it honest, open, and transparent.
Yes.
But in the process of all that, I'm like, you know what? This needs to go in a book. I've been through so many things in life. People look at me and they have no idea how I've got to be the confident woman that I am. So through this book, I'm going to go ahead and show it. I Am Who God Says I Am.
On Amazon, March 17th.
March 17th, yes. I wanted to share my story, but also encourage others that there is nothing that God cannot do. And we are confident and we are bold and we are who God says we are. We can go through so many things in life, but depending and trusting and leaning on Him and persevering, that's what helps us to get through life. So this is it. This is not just my story. This is prayer, encouragement, everything.
So the significance of the 17th, because you were adamant about this 17th. Because I want the people to know about the 17th. Yes. Tell me more.
Yes, so I'm not into numerology or any of that, but I did look up the significance of the 17th. I looked up the spiritual meaning of it, and then I also looked up biblically, what does number 17 mean? So when I looked it up, it said that it meant victory, prosperity, the start of something new. So I'm like, this has been done, for about 2 weeks now. So I could have published it any day, but the fact that I have persevered and I am now victorious, that number meant so much to me that this is that day that I'm walking out of the past. I am a published author.
You're a published author.
So it meant victory.
Author Amanda Willis.
Yeah. Oh God, that sounds so amazing.
Take us through like a journey of this book as far as like what can the people expect when they get this book?
Sure. So this book will help you to lift your faith in God.
Mm-hmm.
It will show you what I've gone through. I don't mind saying it because I'm honest. I am 45 and I've gone through different things in life. Perfect example, low self-esteem, where I looked in the mirror and I hated the way that I looked. I hated my skin tone. I hated how big my nose was. Like I hated everything about me. But through God and through um, counseling and through therapy and through really loving myself, I have grown to be the confident woman that I am. That's just one example.
Yeah.
So I know that there's a lot of people out there that may not love themselves, that may experience low self-esteem, that may have daughters or sons, that experience low self-esteem. This book will show exactly what I went through. It will give scriptures about who God says you are.
Yes.
And it will give you a prayer that you can pray to him, and then also encouragement. And then you can write out, I'm going to just lift it up.
Yes. Show the people.
I don't know if y'all can see that, but like there's a little space as well where you can write your reflection on how you felt about what I wrote and how you feel about your confidence or how you feel about whatever. I mean, there's so many chapters in here about comparing yourselves to others, about growth. Like I have 4 girls, so it talks about me being a mom to them and some of the single mom struggles that I've had to face and how God brought us through those. So this book it's everything. I talk about my weight journey, how I was like over 300 pounds and how God has helped me through that, through once again, therapy and exercise. So it gives a lot of encouragement.
That brought a little balance to any kind of other ailments that could have happened as well.
Most definitely.
Yeah. So that's what I always tell people: how you treat your body now is how it's going to treat you later. Mm-hmm. That's health, wealth, that's mindset. So what kind of mindset were you thinking about when you were going into this book?
Oh, I was thinking.
So because that was 5 years ago?
Yeah.
So where were you at mentally going into this book versus how you finished it? And will the readers know the difference?
Oh, yes. So mentally when I started this, honestly, I was not in a good space. I was not in a good place. I was in a place where I was stuck in like a cycle, where it felt like my life was not changing. It felt like I had so many goals, so many dreams and aspirations, as we all do, at the age of 40. And I was just not there mentally. I felt like every day it was the same cycle: getting up, going to work, going to church, going to school. Nothing was changing for me. Yeah. And I said, okay, something has to change. I have to do something, And a lot of times we believe in faith and, oh God, but we have to put work, action behind our faith.
Yes.
So that's what I did. And I just started writing it out day by day, chapter by chapter. I put money into publishing companies that they wanted more and expected more. And I'm like, that just doesn't sound right. They wanted, there was always something else, but I never gave up. And that's the joy and the victory, number 17 in this book, is that I refused to stop. I refused to give up. I persevered through all the trials and got it done. And if I can do that, you can too. Real talk.
And so you started this 5 years ago, and I always tell people, if you start something, finish it. No matter how long it takes, you are invested. The minute you thought about it, you're invested in it. And God brought that to her to do it. And now we're going to see the fruits of those seeds grow right now. How exciting is that for you? I know how it was for me. Yeah. So how exciting, just leading up to these last 17 days of March. So tell me about that journey.
Yeah, it's surreal. Like I can't really, I don't know. I can't put a word to what I'm feeling because it feels surreal.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. And honestly, like I've been putting some publishing out there on Facebook. Real quick, if y'all want to find me on Facebook, my name is Amanda Willis. On Instagram, it's Amanda_A_Willis. Same thing on TikTok. So I've been putting out a lot of promotions on my different social medias, and the amount of support that I have received is astronomical. It is crazy. Like, it's blowing my mind because I didn't expect that. I'm putting this out there to help other people, you know? I didn't know how people really see me.
Yeah.
So it's been crazy.
The positive. So I feel like
crazy.
I feel like everything leads to something else to get us to where we're going.
Most
so I remember
definitely.
you had the podcast a few years ago. Then you had the lunchtime motivation. And then you've just been posting a lot of positive things. But not only in that era, but you also been physically trying to get together with your mentality and a therapist. And so all of that comes full circle right here in this book.
Most definitely.
And so like you built everything up to get there. Even though you started this journey 5 years ago, it's like born and now we're here. Yeah. So tell us what
oh my gosh.
And you had t-shirts made out?
I did. So my brother, Jamathan Willis, I have to say his name because I'm so appreciative of him. It was one late night that I said, bro, like, I have this book, but I have a vision for a t-shirt. And I really want the t-shirt to say I am who God says I am, because I wanted to match my book, but I don't have the logo. He said, sis, I got you. Within like maybe 10 minutes, sent me several different t-shirts. But when I saw this one, oh yeah, that's it. That's it. I got it done and sent me like 7 sample t-shirts within like a week.
Yeah.
And now he's producing so many more. So yeah, I'm so
grateful.
And
where can people get those at?
These will be found on my website. But for now, if you'd like one, I'm going to post them on Facebook with a PayPal link.
Okay.
To just I can invoice you and then ship out the shirts too.
And how do they find your Facebook again?
My Facebook is Amanda Willis. Instagram Amanda_A_Willis. And same thing on TikTok as well. So I'll be putting out links for all of this. But if you want to follow me, that's where you can find me.
And then what's one of your favorite pages in here, like a prayer?
Oh my!
Like, is there a prayer in there that really it stands close to you? Or
I didn't think you were going to ask me that question. I should have been ready for that.
No worry. If you can't think of one off the top of your head, it's okay. I was just wondering if there's something that the people should really pay attention to.
So I will say this: the whole book is my favorite. But what I do want to say about this book is that it can be used as a devotion. So in the table of contents, you'll see that it says day 1 through day 30. So this is not the type of book that you just want to read through it to, get my story. It's the type of book that you want to read the devotion, read the encouragement from the devotion. Because sometimes, people's story can be a little heavy. They don't know me. But some of this stuff, like I'll give you an example. There was times in my life where I felt like I did not want to live because of the childhood abuse and neglect and all of that. So people's story can be heavy, you know? So you don't want to read this and just run through it, rush through it. You want to take your time day by day to learn more about me, to get the encouragement, to learn more about God and how he can get you through it, to pray and then to reflect. Yeah. So I do want to say that. So I don't think there's a certain best part of this. I think the best part for real is just knowing that it's going to help.
So I would think
many people.
I would think the best part is going through the action of not only reading this book, but also doing the journaling and putting in the work so that you can get as much out of this book as you possibly can. Because books are investments. That's where you find most of your learning at. And that hasn't changed since we were little toddlers and kids in school. They didn't give us phones to go home with and do our homework. They gave us books and workbooks. And this is like an all-in-one. It's pretty thick here. So you got room to write, you got room to learn, and you got room to grow. Anything that you're reading is something for you to grow with. Most definitely. And so
it's like a 30-day devotional journal. So take your time.
You're probably going to have to come out with a workbook after that, another workbook and some workshops. And are those things you're looking forward to?
Most definitely, yeah. So how I saw this is not just a book and a t-shirt. How I saw this really was a movement. Yes. So that when people see your shirt and they look at your shirt and they say, you are who God says you are, then people will ask you, well, who does God say that you are? And it's building confidence. It's building esteem. It's building growth, because I'm telling y'all, like, this Amanda here.
Is this a different Amanda than when this journey started?
God, I am not. I'm so serious. Like I was, and it talks about it in the book. So I don't want to.
You don't want to give it away. Yeah, you don't want to give it away.
Yeah, I don't want to give too much away. But a totally different person. Seriously, like the amount of growth is astronomical. Yeah, you just got to read.
If people followed your story on Facebook, which you have a ton of followers, that kudos on that. But if they followed your story on Facebook, they would see the growth from then to now. And I mean, it is just amazing. And we are so proud of you. And I'm glad to see you getting out here and you're about to really get to it. And we want everybody to get out and we want them to support this book, and not only support it because it has a great message, but because we have a young new author. A new author.
Oh, that sounds amazing. I'm so
yes,
so
and
grateful.
Being an author, everybody has a story, but everybody doesn't write it down.
Most definitely.
And so you took the courage and you took the tenacity to do that. And that is an incredible story into itself. I love having authors on because this is not an easy task to sit down and really concentrate on doing a book and then finally making it happen. Because you could write a book and not do anything with it. It just be sitting in your laptop or your iPad, but you actually finish the project. That is very important. And if you don't take anything away from this podcast today, starting, no matter how long it takes, and then finishing.
Finish, most definitely.
Persevere.
Yes.
I don't want to tell the whole book. I want people to go out and read it. And where can they find it at again?
They can find it on Amazon. It will be an Amazon link on my social media. So what you want to do on Amazon is you want to type in my name, Amanda Willis. You also want to type in the book name, I Am Who God Says I Am. You will see this cover. This is the front. This is the back. You will most definitely see this cover on Amazon. You can find me on social media. Again, my name is Amanda Willis. You can find me on Instagram and TikTok under Amanda_A_Willis.
Amazing. Yes. So we really appreciate you circling back and giving us the opportunity to talk to you first. Hopefully we talk to you first. If not, at least second or third. So we really appreciate that. Is there anything that you can tell a new author that's hesitant to get this part done? Just get to this point. Is there anything you could tell a new author that I know I haven't had a chance to say? Something that you can just tell the audience that it's a lot of people that as soon as I finish my book, I probably got 1 million calls about, well, what did you do? How did you do it? What can you tell someone that wants to finish?
Well, first I want to say start.
Yes.
I mean, if you don't start, then you can't finish, So first I want to say start and be original. There's so many people that are doing the same things, but you have a story. If you have a story to tell, share it. If you have knowledge about a certain topic that other people are not aware of, share it, because the knowledge that you have, someone else may not have, so it's all about just being open, being honest, being transparent, and sharing your story. So start, and then in order to finish, just keep moving forward, keep pressing forward, keep writing it out. I mean, this was first on paper, and then it was in my phone recorded, and then it was in my computer. I'm so serious.
Wow.
I have wrote this over and over and over. Even after Robert did the editing, I edited again because I wanted to make sure it flowed for the people. So it's a process, most definitely. But once you get through that process, you'll
Robert is a professional editor. Robert People. Yes. What is the website? It's look him up on Facebook. Robert People on Facebook. He's running for Congress right now, right there in Florida. So shout out to him for doing a great editing job. And look, I don't even have my copy yet. I have to get on Amazon tomorrow night. It drops. Tomorrow night, get on there and you order your copy tomorrow night. Be the first. Help her get a bestseller on Amazon first time.
I'm so looking
please go out and support Black authors and support her on her first book. Is took a lot of work, 5 years in the making. And here we are today in 2025 and we're dropping it.
Yes. So you can do it. You can do it for real. To the new authors, if I can do it, you can do it too, for sure.
And any message to anybody else? Anybody you want to shout out? Somebody while I got the cameras rolling? Anybody you want to say a special thank you to? Your family, your friends, anybody out there? Please tell them now because they'll say you didn't. So do it now.
Oh my goodness. There's so many people. Honestly, there's so many people that have supported me, that have encouraged me to do this, that have followed me, that have been sharing my post and reel. There's my cousin Alicia, that's from Hawaii. There's my cousin Jada. There's my sisters. Oh my goodness. Like my church home, Live in the Word Church. Thank you for your support. Thank you for not only saying that you'll purchase the book, but actually doing it. Thank you for just, oh my God, there's so many people. I don't want to keep calling out names, and then miss somebody. So my daughters, y'all are my everything. Thank you. My 4 girls, Imani, Nehemiah, and Julia. Amazing. I mean, the list goes on. I can't. And this is the first book of many. So thank you.
Just the beginning.
Thank you.
It's just the beginning. It won't stop. All right. And so thank you so much for coming out. I am really, really appreciative. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to break the news first. I feel like some kind of news anchor. We broke the news here first, people. We really appreciate you guys for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the book. Go out and support the book. Another Black author is born.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I appreciate you.
And you guys, thank you for having us in your house today. You have a great day and bye for now.
Bye.